to do this. Thank you. We just need 1 minute, yeah? 1 minute, we're just setting something up to change the wires over or something, so just give us 1 minute.
He's just enabled me to drink for another 4 hours. Sure, Paul, by the way.
We have got 363,000 people watching us live on it. And the mainstream media thought we were finished. How much satisfaction I'll take from that? Right, the next man to speak now is a man again that I respect. I'd say he's the best politician this country never had. Gerard Byrne.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Or should I say, drunken, headed, tattooed thugs. My kind of people. Now, you remember who called you that, don't you? You won't forget, will you? Least of all when he tells you how to vote in this general election. Now, I'm here today to support Tommy Robinson because he speaks the truth. Now, Winston Churchill said, I quote, "Courage is rightly considered the foremost of all the virtues because all of the others depend on it. Without courage, nothing great is possible, and Tommy Robinson is a brave man." Tommy was a political prisoner and he suffers continuing persecution because he speaks the truth and defends those people who cannot defend themselves. And he has been vindicated in everything that he said. Some political figures who would not defend him when he most needed them now talk openly about the very things they condemned him for. And you can see them on their YouTube channels and on GB News. Don't forget what they were saying when he was locked up in Belmarsh. We are becoming a modern totalitarian state where you will be punished for speaking the truth. But now there is no need to put people into concentration camps or gulags. They can be simply cancelled electronically. The people that govern us are traitors. We know that, but what causes them to betray their country and future generations? Governments of whatever party, when they're elected, are controlled by an elite of globalist monopolists, supranational financial and international corporations, as exemplified by the World Economic Forum. I hear Klaus isn't well. I'm sure you send him your best wishes. Now, the globalist plans is to destroy democratic Western society and civilization, and to create a new feudal society where they are the aristocracy and the rest of us are the peasants and the serfs. Now, voting in this next general election is pointless. We know what we're going to get, a globalist government. But there is one thing that you can do to protest, which I can suggest, which is to write
"Do not consent."
none of the above on the ballot paper. Now, as I said, whoever wins is going to be controlled by the globalists, on whom they depend for funding. If a government disobeys them, funding will be withdrawn. They hold governments hostage in a financial stranglehold. And you don't have to take my word for it, Liz Truss intimated just as much in an interview she did on trigonometry. Go and listen to it. Now, it's taken decades for the globalist plan to mature. The whole of the Western world now faces the same problem. But there are millions upon millions of ordinary, decent people across Europe and the English-speaking world who do not want to live in serfdom and who want their countries and freedoms back. And more are waking up. So what can be done about it? Well, nothing quickly nor easily. But as a first step, Tommy has come up with a brilliant idea, which is to launch a coalition for freedom, movement for cultural change, to rally international support. There will be nothing in his multi-point plan that no right-thinking person or political party cannot support. We might call it a cultural counter-revolution to reverse the cultural revolution of insanity that we've had foisted on us over the last couple of decades. It will be a long struggle, but people are waking up around the world. I have to say to you, however, ultimately, the solutions must be political. Traitorous governments will not reform themselves. The solutions will depend upon political power and political parties, and that can only come through the ballot box. But the desire for truth, freedom and liberty can never be suppressed. Thank you.
Now, he was talking about being cancelled and censorship. Some of the best work we've created with Urban Scoop. I'm grateful for everyone who supported our work. We produced a 5-part series called The Rape of Britain in the City of Telford. I don't know how many of you have watched that yet. If you haven't watched it, some of the survivors are here today, okay? If you haven't watched it, go onto our Rumble channel, look at our documentaries. We've done 5 episodes. We've got one more to do. The last one is looking at the council. There's an election in 4 weeks. My message to one of the people who is running for election, you're in episode 6, mate, okay? You're in episode 6. So, before you get all excited after probably winning the election for your seat, your name's going to be destroyed in the Rape of Britain, okay? If you haven't watched the Rape of Britain, we're going to play a quick trailer now that shows you some of the content we've produced. Thanks.
I have a very particular set of skills. Skills I've acquired over a very long career. Skills that make me a nightmare for people like you. I will look for you. I will find you.
Listen, simple question then, Dave. Did you rape her after I met you as raped her?
Over 200 men's names were identified by your police investigation, but only 11 were charged. Why is that?
Well, I put some allegations to you to be raping young girls in Westwood, but
That's not right. Why would I be on the phone? Young girls that named you as raping young children.
I have multiple young girls, school children on camera, and multiple young girls who allege you were involved in raping them and prostituting. We have serious allegations from children who say that you were involved in the rape and prostitution of them, that you were a kingpin having them trafficked. You didn't see me, did you? There were some questions to ask about allegations of child rape. You raped a 12-year-old girl, you took their virginity and house next door to Mosque in Telford. Why would 3 individual girls who do not know each other all be telling me, giving me statements that you have been involved in their grooming, in their trafficking and in their prostitution? Yeah, well, when we talk, I've got some questions. We have accusations that you trafficked young children. You trafficked young children, you were the kingpin, you chose who they were raped by. You prostituted. She thought you was, you dragged your knickers off her when she was 12 years old in the house next door to the mosque badge.
Look at these guys just making.
What were you doing hanging around with 13-year-old school children? You put on your car bonnet and you raced her because you were angry because you were been sleeping with your best friend Imran's underage girlfriend. Men in this town, Pakistani men in this town got away with destroying young girls' lives. But now you're famous, everyone's going to know who you are.
Hey! Come for a beer after! Go to meet Mark today! Go to meet Mark Wingrove!
So, just to let the Telford know, we are coming back to Telford one more time. Now, when we told these stories, we were only able to tell them because of the courage of the survivors. Let's have a round of applause for the survivors. Again, some of them are here in this crowd today, okay? Thank you, ladies, and look, one of the survivors told me when I sat with her that she continually listened to a song, and the lyrics of that song told her story, literally told her life story. So today, darling, if you're watching, this song's dedicated to you. Sorry, one sec, 'cause there's a video to play with this in tribute to the girls.
Right, let's come on, give me one with the camera.
Hey! What's that? Tommy!
There we go. Take that home, I'll put it on my post, boys. Make the fucking famous, how's that? Yeah, love it. We're lovely people, look. They're lovely people. God bless you, man.
When the sharpest words want to cut you down.
Hey, up for the Guardian. Carry on.
Gonna send
Hold on. Let's do that again. Right. Go on. One for the Guardian. Go for the Guardian. There you go, bro. Look at that. So beautiful people there standing right there. What more classes for?
And I'm marching on to the beat I drum. I'm not scared to be seen. I make no apology. This is me. It's past
Kelly. And a lot of people give me credit for raising awareness around the grooming scandals, yeah? But the true credit needs to be given to survivors who have been brave enough to speak out and put their faces to it against all the threats. We're going to hear now from one of those survivors. She's in this crowd as well. Play her video.
My name is Sammy Woodhouse, and I was a child victim of criminal and sexual exploitation in my hometown of Rotherham in Northern England. I was just 14 years old when my whole family children. I went missing for days, weeks and months at a time. I was led into foster care and twice by I gave birth to my son just after his 16th birthday. At 16 years old, I noticed him make himself unfortunately, I wasn't surprised that I welcomed him to a wife. But in 2012, I contacted the police and let down all over again. They refused to take evidence, DNA evidence from my son, and said he only had one piece of evidence, which I got out of the home. What they did was I was actually recording that meeting on the mobile phone. I took that recording and I contacted the third home and telling them to do that. I gave him the recording and I gave him lots of evidence such as medical files, social care, police files, and I told him the story. He published my story in August 2013. I named my baby, I named the then deputy police officer, and I named a police officer not just in my police, but into all the deputies in South we also organized an investigation on the election of Australian public. This was a report that showed the forcing concentration in my hometown that's just happening in my town. It's something that is happening. Children are being supported, children are still being criminalised. We need to do something. We need to put a stop to children.
Cheer for Sammy Woodhouse. Right now, we're going to have another song, which is a tribute, and it's a tribute of respect. This is hard for Tommy, and I know it's hard for a lot of us. This is a tribute to Andy Bomber. Andy Bomber was one of us. He was ex-military. He was by Tommy's side through and through. This man would have took a bullet for Tommy in his protection when he travelled with him. Andy was a dear friend to so many of us, and we love him, and we are so sorry that he is not with us anymore. Andy was out in Iraq, and unfortunately Andy was going through some tough times. But I'd like you to put your hands together as a sign of respect for one of us, one of our countrymen. Give it up for Andy, for Bomber Ross. Please play the video. And this one now, we had Bomber's Spotify list. So Kelly has dedicated a song that was on his Spotify list. It's a beautiful song, so this is for Andrew Bomber.
There's a message on my mind. Please, my dear friend, my heart sinks. How could you leave us all behind? There's so much to say, but I didn't have the time. So how do I say goodbye to someone who's been with me for my whole damn life? You gave me courage and the strength to stand and fight for all that I know is right. So how do I
Get out and then get run out of petrol soon. Where's Bruce?
Where's the stewards? Can we have some stewards? And I know people who volunteered as stewards. The stewards can just make their way up here. Right, we're going to do a collection now. Some buckets coming round. We've done it at each one of our Telford demonstrations. The survivors from the Telford demonstrations, we've got to know them all. As I said, some of them are here today. Their lives have been destroyed. The difference it made after each one of our demonstrations when we helped them out. The buckets are going to be passed around the crowd. Any money put into the buckets will be survivors from Telford. It will be split in half, paying for a headstone as well to Andy Bomber. So, thank you, choir. As the buckets are being passed around, I thank you for not everyone spent their money coming here. So anything you can give. And now, time to watch Lawfare, Totalitarian State.
Fucking old with this. You're always going to grab a chimpanzee and behead it. It's over there. Handcuff, that's a fucking screw. But we allow it because we're in love right now, right? I'm in love right now. I'm watching it. I'm feeling it a little bit. Are you not? Nah, that's what? Too many fanny rags or what? Not enough people ready for war. No, it's that's it, lesbian name. I know, man, but this might be the first fucking little curve because you know what? I'm in love, I'm in doubt, I'm a critic. I critic every fucking but and that's frowned at it. Like, everyone's trying it, everyone's a little bit annoyed with this shit. This is what I want, this is what I'm looking for. We are red and blue. Still not just read these as well.
In the end, our 60 countries make this shut up, trying to North Korea to
Saudi Arabia, large-scale violence and assassination.
We're not worried about protesting now.
And if you think through your voice on me, you need to keep
It is, isn't it? It should be right at the back here as well, right? Get up, you cunt!
That's right. You can climb on monuments, you can vandalise them, you can rock the streets while praying to Allah. You can glue yourself to the pile. The police will protect you and bring you more. You can surround the police. And they'll release you in prison. But
I've seen your hand here.
That's why we like that. I think Fred really.
I've seen where your hand went there.
And when a gentleman stands on his own poster and shouts out, "You are being racist," then what police have to do?
Women and children, they were raised. See? Yeah, that's what you're doing.
They asked the gentleman to respect the demonstration. Well, the police are supposed to respect the counter demonstration. Particularly when the counter demonstration consists of one person standing in the middle. Well, that's where we're at. Police are making political choices.
Let's give you £100 if you want.
One way to shout and scream whatever slogans they like, and then they arrest or threaten an arrest. That's all we want, and it gives us another clue yet again which side of the
We do have the right to speak in the UK. This is online censorship. This is not offline censorship, where an individual police officer decides what is acceptable and what is not. Hamas supporters shouting death to Jews, saying that Hitler was right, calling for a genocide in Israel. They are everywhere. The military immediately put peaceful protests. The police didn't touch them.
Thousands of people take to the streets following the massacre of Jewish people, the single largest loss of Jewish life since the Holocaust, chanting for the erasure of Israel from the map. To my mind, there's only one way to describe those marches. They are hate marches.
you can't wait till you get
Arresting an Englishman for flying a Union Jack, when there's people here literally tacitly supporting the October 7th.
You can make an absolute public harassment on distress.
government doesn't want to engage on your report. What I saw from that demonstration is a huge inclusion of police powers into journalistic media. There was pepper spray invested, 30 police officers, an overreach of their power on a single individual journalist was simply elected to tell his story. We have to look at the way Tommy was treated by the police and see how different police and the treatment of the ability to jihadis or Islamists or extremists or people who actually want to hurt our country. Want to hurt our country? Want to hurt? You get treated enough. You want to stand up for our country, stand up for our culture, and you get battered to an inch in your life, you get pepper sprayed in the face, and you get treated like your scalp. I think what happened to me was very significant for your average Brit to see someone turn up quite early at breakfast and the overwhelming police response to that and to the cuff and to waste in the face. I think it's a sign of fearful resource. You know, they built it in these figures that stand in front of people and stand for people, then they will go to you. I think that there's a particular parallel. When there's some people on the inside and some people on the outside, and Tommy is of course on the outside, and so he will get treated in ways that other people who may be more divisive. I went down to the cenotaph on Remembrance Sunday to pray for the servicemen who died for our freedoms, particularly 13 villages, and I was cast as far right along with people like Tom Robinson who were also down there. So what does that tell us? Well, the police came and tackled us, they cordoned us off, and the mainstream media painted us as far right. So the media, the police, and the government are against certain demographics, and other demographics can win the water.
England didn't want the Jews. England didn't want Jewish people in their country.
As you tell them, we're putting up the flags in solidarity with the Palestinians.
Let's think about flags and emblems. It seems absolutely fine to people walk down the street carrying a but if you're raising and following and playing and celebrating the St. George's Cross, for instance, then even though it may be entirely legal, the police see you as being on the wrong side of this. They see you as being on the racist side of this. Again, that's so disrespectful of us as a nation.
Anything racist, a lot of racism is satisfied.
Palestinian flags, you won't say a word.
That's right. I tell you, whitest flag isn't yours. Calling for jihad and threat to Britain isn't with the Holy Week. And being an anti-Semitic genocidal slogan was permanent. That's fine as well. And this is something I've been warning for 20 years.
There's a two-tier system across this country, one war for them, another war for us. It needs to change.
There's a two-tier system, the rule of law has got to be implemented equally across all communities. When I'm talking about the two-tier policing system, it seems to be for the Muslim community.
Many people lost their jobs, all their promotions to speak and Lee Anderson lost his job for telling us what we all know. The capital streets have been handed over to his land.
The undoubtedly believe that these Islamists have got control of our country, but what I do believe is they've got control of Carl and they've got control of London. And again, this gentleman, Carl, he's actually given our capital city away to his mates. Beware. Because if you let Labour into the back door, expect more of this, and expect our cities to be taken over while he's lunatics.
We have allowed our streets to be dominated by Islamist extremists, and British Jews and others to be too intimidated to walk through central London week after week. And now we're allowing Islamist extremists to intimidate British members of Parliament. This is wrong. It has to stop. But would my right honourable friend organise a debate on extremism and how we tackle this challenge, which is one of the central issues facing our generation? Again, in 2011, Imam East London was told the Metropolitan Police I was not allowed to march through Tower Hamlets on the Camden for Donald Trump. The night before the walk, Scotland Yard warned me as I was not to enter Tower Hamlets. I went, I was assaulted on the border of Tower Hamlets in front of my business. Step back to unidentified men, probably undercover police, stepped in and assaulted. I didn't react, I was arrested. I was sent to trial, I was put in bail conditions at the Band with the borough of Tower Hamlets for 9 months. No evidence, it was kicked out, it's lawful. You see, in a totalitarian state, police operate outside constraints of the law. Their actions are purposely unbroken. To destabilise those of us in the abuse. The wrong kind. And they're not. They continuously rock. They detain me, they take me to the police station. As soon as I'm there, they drop the case in the offensive record. And they look for something else to rescue me. Breaching coronavirus regulation. No job. Again, no evidence. Keep down.
I think democracy can't function in two-tier policing. I think a two-tier justice system and a two-tier policing system is a existential threat to democracy.
Once that trust is broken down, it's extremely corrosive for community relations and leads to a lot of resentment and it diminishes We need to look at the police officers and not have a clue where the constant religious is. Now, we can't do that when they adopt the symbols of certain Christian groups. When they want a rainbow, when they take a soft approach to pro-Palestinian marching and a hard approach on those protesters, we know which side of the political divide. And we need to have no which side. In any matter, it's the police's job. totalitarian state is a politicised jurisdiction. In fact, in a totalitarian state, any elements of the state are there to create but in fact, they are a facade of their They are there for the state, and they are used to advance according to this, however malformed or misguided. You see, Sam Mennick was imprisoned for 2 years for putting up stickers that said immigration is destroyed paper. By putting fake sandwich outside he died in jail in Jackson. While at the same time, 3 women who were found guilty of terror offences weren't even fined. The Muslim abuser, Adil Rashid, he was convicted of rape with a 13-year-old child. He was let go. He wasn't aware that wasn't allowed to be brought up under the influence of Sharia. He wanted to come his husband. The rest of the Newcastle was really bad. One of the America was the new order for raping children. He raped children. Just like the 2 techniques, we have a criticised teaching position where the law is not actually the law. Not reflecting the judge's based on policy. And perhaps we should be back in 2009,
We grant the extension of time in respect of the finding of contempt in these Crown Court and allow the appeal.